Question 8. The diagram below shows an isosceles triangle and a square. The perimeter of the triangle is 19 centimeters. And you can see the square, you got a side is 12 centimeters and the other side is 6x minus y centimeters. And they're asking you to use an algebraic method, not a trial improvement. So basically you're not going to try different numbers and see if they work. You're not going to do that. And to be able to do this question here, you have to recognize that you've got two variables, x and y. And because you're going to have to solve for two variables, it is simultaneous equations. Okay, it just means the two equations simultaneously happening at the same time. All right then. So we need two equations. To form the first equations, you know the perimeter of the triangle is 19 centimeters. And this is isosceles triangle. So this is also 2x. So we're going to form the equation 2x plus 2x plus 3y equals 19. Okay, now we're not going to leave it just like that. We're going to simplify that, and that will give you 4x plus 3y equals 19. Okay, now my second equation is, you know, this is the size of a square, and that's also 12 centimeters. So you're going just to make it equal to 12 because they are exactly the same. Okay, now you see you're going to have two equations. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just going to write it down underneath here, which is 4x plus 3y equal 19. Okay, and you want them to be exactly the same coefficients of the either x variable or y variable. Okay, so looking at this, if you go for x, you're looking at the lowest common multiples of both 6 and 4. But if I'm just going to look at the y coefficients, maybe that's a little bit easier. So that is -1, the other one is +3. We're going to times it by 3 to make it similar, which is -3. And then we're going to manipulate to get rid of the y. Okay, so if I times 3 by the first equations, what I'm going to get is 18x, okay, and I'm going to get -3y, and I'm going to get 36. Basically, that is that here. Okay, now it's quite nice and convenient here that I'm going to have these two equations. So if you look at these two equations here, one is +3y, okay, and the other one is -3y. Now, if they are exactly the same, you're going to take away to get rid of it. But here they are opposite sides, so we're going to add them. Think about it. If you do 3y add -3y, that will be 0. A plus and a minus make a minus. So that's gone. Okay? So I'm having to do 4x plus 18x, which is 22x. 3y plus -3y, as we say, is going to 0. So that's gone. 19 plus 36, that's going to be 55. Okay, and just to solve for x, you just go into do 55 divided by 22, which is quite nice and easy. You can see 11 going to both of them, so 5 divided by 2, and that is 2.5. Yeah, okay, so once you got the value of x, to do the next step, we're going to, so I don't have space here, I'm going to have to continue it in here. Okay, what we're going to do next is substitute x equals 2.5 into one of them. So I'm going to use a smaller one, which is 4x plus 3y equal 19. Okay, and then you got 4 times 2.5 plus 3y equals 19. 10 plus 3y equal 19. 3y equal 9 and y equal 3. Okay, and The final step I'm going to do on here, which is really important too, is you're going to check x equals 2.5 and y equals 3, and just check into the other equation, which is this one here, and see if it works. So I'm going to do 6x minus y, which is 6 times 2.5 minus 3, and that would be 15 minus 3. And yes, it is 12. So I know I've done it correctly there. So my x will be 2.5 and my y equal to 3, and both going to be centimeters. Here you go.